Hi, welcome to Train Talk. I'm Monty.
I'm Rebecca.
Rebecca, we have a really exciting show in store today. We're talking about customer experience. We're talking about what's going to make people want to ride the Texas high-speed train.
I think, in my opinion, what will make people want to ride this train is just the joy of the journey of actually riding on it.
I can't agree more. I think that I know the perfect guy to talk to when it comes to customer experience and high-speed trains. Let's talk to Graham Leech. He's leading Texas Central's efforts in commercial strategy and customer experience. He is the man with the plan.
Awesome. Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. Oh, hey, Graham.
Yeah. Hi.
So what are those elements of building a high-speed train system that will be attractive for a customer from a commercial and usability standpoint?
Okay, so I think it's about making the service as enjoyable as possible, but also as convenient as possible. And as you said, many people want to use this train just for the joy of being on a high-speed train and the smoothness of it, and just being able to experience traveling in a new way. That will be an experience in itself, and I'm sure that particularly at the beginning there will be many people who will want to try this train because it is something new, it's something exciting, totally different for the United States from anything that's here at the moment. But more importantly, people will be wanting to use the train because it's going to make their lives better. So what we have to do is understand what people are wanting when they travel, the reasons why they're traveling. And there are many different reasons why people want to go between Dallas and Houston. It could be for a business meeting, it could be for a hospital appointment, it could be to visit a grandmother, it could be a student who's going to A&M using the station at Brazos Valley. So there are all these different reasons, and they're usually wanting to do that as quickly and conveniently as they can, but also at a price that's affordable for them, and thinking about how it's going to make their whole life easier and more enjoyable to do what they want to do. And so it's understanding that is the important thing for us.
So how do we begin to understand all of the different journeys being made by all of the different types of people that will be our future riders?
Yeah, so we've done a lot of research around that. We've spoken to thousands of people who currently travel between Dallas and Houston and from the College Station area to Houston and Dallas to understand why they're traveling, how frequently they travel, why they choose to fly, why they choose to drive, how many days they stay away. All those sort of pieces of information help us to build up a picture about why these millions of people are traveling between Dallas and Houston and what they're wanting. And from that, we learn that different people want different things. So there are some people, probably particularly people on a business, traveling on business, who see themselves as being on a mission. They just want to get where they want to be as quickly as possible, just efficiently, boom, get there. There are other people maybe traveling for more leisurely reasons because they're taking a weekend break or they're doing a romantic trip, that they want it to be just a more enjoyable and leisurely experience and be able to take some time to just soak up the atmosphere of being on the new train, being in the new stations. So for them, it's important to be providing amenities where they can be relaxed, where they can have entertainment when they're on board the train. You know, quite a different way of experiencing the train from people who just want to get quickly to a meeting, for example.
Yeah, and then I'm sure you have those people who fit into both camps that sometimes will be traveling for work, sometimes will be traveling with their family, sometimes just traveling on their own to go see a concert and see some friends.
Well, I think
that's absolutely right.
Yeah, I think that's a great segue to a great video, which Rebecca foreshadowed earlier, Joy of the Journey, our Life on the Fast Train video, which really digs into like one person's possible experience on the Texas high-speed train. So let's show that for the viewers, and then we'll come back and talk more to Graham about what we saw.
Time has become a commodity. Actually, one of our most precious resources. We want to fill it like this, or this. But for too many Texans, it's filled like this. That's why we're working On this, for commuters between North Texas and Houston, it's the Texas high-speed train, the fastest and safest way across Texas, trimming a 4.5-hour slog into a smooth 90 minutes. Say you're in Houston, just after daycare drop-off. You get an urgent request. Can you be in Dallas for a rush meeting at noon? By air? No. By car? Absolutely not. By the high-speed train? Yes. Trains leave every 30 minutes between North Texas and Houston, in both directions. And with just that, you're on. Your itinerary stays a step ahead, building itself on the fly. Say you had a car in Dallas. Done. And the station's right where you want them. We'll help you find your way, in person or with cues to guide your way. Trains leave on time, every time. But if you choose, you can hang out a bit. You're still on track for that noon meeting. Security also works differently, using technology to ensure just the right people are on board. Again, trains leave every 30 minutes, literally like clockwork. No delays, no weather glitches, no airport nightmares. Choose to order any food. It'll be delivered right to your seat. Charge your devices right from your tabletop. And at nearly 200 miles an hour, stop and go becomes all go. 90 minutes between North Texas and Houston. There's fast connectivity to whatever you want. Movies, TV, even updates on your itinerary. And as you order stuff on board, we'll tally up and send receipts to your device. As you get closer, your device is tracking, lining up your ride and other info for your arrival. Then, you're there. A morning fire drill turned into a noon meeting. And the return, just as easy, amazingly getting you back well ahead of pickup. 90 minutes across Texas. It's the smarter, safer, and faster way across Texas.
So I think the thing that struck me the most from watching that video was how tech-enabled the entire journey is going to be from the moment that Jill dropped her son off at daycare to the moment that she's picking him up again. How she was able to do everything from her smartphone. Is that something that's going to be integrated into this system?
Yeah, that's going to be really important. And I think what comes through that video is that the experience of a journey that a customer has is from the moment that you're thinking about traveling and then you're leaving your home or you're leaving your office to when you've accomplished your journey and then you've made it back home. And that's not just about the time that you're on the train. So the most important element of the experience with Texas Central, what's making the possibility to change people's lives is the technology of the high-speed train. It's the fact that you will be able to go from Dallas to Houston in less than an hour and a half. That's what's going to be the game changer, and that's what's really going to attract people to use the train in the first place. But it's not just the journey from one station to the other that matters. It's going to be the ability to get to the station easily, to know your way to the station, that there's going to be enough car parking spaces. It's going to be very easy to be dropped off or picked up by a ride-hailing service or by your friends. That is actually just as important as the train journey itself. And so when we're designing this service, all of that is going to be integrated to make the door-to-door journey easy in a physical sense, that the spaces are there where you want them, when you want them. But as you say, Rebecca, having that information at your fingertips is going to be so important as well. So you will be in touch with Texas Central right the way from the moment you're leaving home to the moment that you're back home. And every step of the way we'll be with you. And having this technology through your smartphones is going to make things so much easier to stay up to date with road traffic conditions, the times of your next train, knowing that your rental car is going to be ready for you when you arrive, being able to ticket all of those things in a simple way. That's going to be crucial, and having this technology available is a real bonus. And I think people can experience now what a difference it made with the success of companies like Uber that have been able to revolutionize travel really through this type of technology, not just the vehicles.
I think the last statistic I heard was that in the last 2 years, rideshare hailing services, both in DFW and Houston, have literally doubled in usage and adoption rates in the past 2 years.
Yes, and that's a good thing. So if you combine that with what Texas Central is going to offer, the high-speed train service, putting those things together, and the technology which is going to knit together the information for customers, you're going to have a complete offer, which is going to make life so much more convenient for people.
I couldn't help but notice on the video a cute little golden retriever there. So will pets be allowed on the trains, or are they working pets, or?
Yes, of course. Visually impaired people who need the assistance of a guide dog, they will be most welcome.
Well, this is one of the most accessible mass transportation systems in the world, is it not?
Yes, and that's such a big point. When we're talking about customer experience, it has to be making the service appropriate and convenient for you, whatever your needs are. And if you do have accessibility needs, then the train is being designed with that in mind. So, the ADA requirements to make sure that there's enough space on the trains. The aisles of the trains would be very spacious. The restrooms on the trains, the restrooms in the stations, and, as I say, information available for people who are visually impaired or are hearing impaired. All of that will be there. So it's an inclusive offer, and it's very important to remember that there is not a single customer experience. All of us are different. We all have different needs. And so when we're designing this service, we have to do it with those special needs in mind.